And we are live.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is episode 26 of the Degen Report, coming fresh off of our bye week last week, where we took the week off for the first time in 25 episodes. So we took a little week off to regain and regather, and now we are back. And we have our friend of the pod, Lua, joining us today. So, Lua, if you want to just take a minute to let us know a little bit more about yourself, how you got into the CNFT space in the first place, and then kind of what you do right now in the CNFT space.
Yeah, so hi everyone, Lua here. Toronto native. I'm here in Canada, Eastern Time Zone.
Let's go.
I have a background in marketing and management, usually on the tech side of things. Spent a lot of time as a creative director. That's where a lot of my creative stems off from. Graduated from an art school, all that fun stuff. Yeah, now we're just big chilling. How I got into CNFTs. I came from ETH. So back in, I'll start from the very beginning. I think it was like 2016, 2015. I was like just discovering Coinbase and stuff, DCAing into stuff I had no idea or didn't do research about, but just getting my toes wet. Got into the Ethereum space during the whole, I guess it would be more the artifact phase of things. I wasn't early like CryptoPunks, but artifact, I was right in there. Left ETH because I wasn't really feeling the NFT side as much. It was a little stagnant for a little while. And then Gizmo, unfortunately a project that is not with us any longer, but Gizmo was my big introduction. Another, I guess, founder that's here in Canada was starting a 3D project that was like nostalgic Game Boy looking assets. And I was really attracted to that. So yeah, it ended up being my first mint. I was of course buying off secondary before then, just to like see what it was all about. But that was my first Cardano mint.
Nice.
I minted like $1,800 worth.
God damn.
I got my refund.
That's good.
Got my refund.
That's good, man.
But then I used the refund to sweep the floor because I thought they were gonna make a good comeback. So that's how degen I am.
Yeah.
Don't be like me.
Yeah.
Not financial advice, but that's what I did, and that was the start to my journey. A little bit of where I am now and how I got to where I am now. Is that good to touch base on?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know, just really dove into the community through Gizmo. Of course, a lot of people were hurt and jaded by that, and that's kind of where I stumbled into Ugly Bros. Of course, Surge is here in Toronto with me. And then I just became a really active member in there. I was able to meet a lot of great people and kind of spread my wings in the CNFT space. I'm actively the community manager for the Book of Ikigai as well. CNFT, or it's a multi-chain project, but our home base is CNFT or Cardano. And I'm also an ambassador for Super Bowl, the Hornies.
Hey, let's go. Big horny.
So that's where I am now, and I just spend most of my time layering Web3 on top of Web2 and try to contribute in many ways as I can.
That's sick, dude. Sick. I didn't know you were I knew everything else, but I didn't know you were an ambassador for Hornies. That's sick, dude. I'm holding my last
Joe is
one.
Here in Toronto too.
Yeah, dude, everyone's in.
Oh, you still got one?
Yeah, everyone's in Toronto. I got a couple, and then I ended up like trading some away in like different trades and stuff. I traded one with some ADA for Eden, like my PFP and the Eden server. But yeah, I still have one more, and he has like like a normal one has like normal traits, but then it has like a hippo on its head from the Series 0. That one's sick. So got that bad boy in the pockets.
Nice.
But yeah, that's super sick. So as far as like your experiences between Ethereum and Cardano, now that you've kind of like run like a good like pace through Cardano as well, what would you say like the main differences are between like the ETH NFT space and the Cardano NFT space?
Gonna sound like kind of cliche, but the communities, right? ETH is like, you really are a drop in the ocean. It feels like not many founders are in your DMs. Not many founders are even in spaces half the time.
Yeah.
The market just moves very differently, and I've always been cross chain. Like I have VeChain NFTs, I have Sol NFTs. I have H-bar NFTs, and one thing that I can drastically say that the difference is that community here in Cardano, because it is a peer-to-peer based blockchain. Everyone is entitled to their opinions, and it's very obvious when you come into the Twitter Spaces as a new project or any project, and you've got the heavy hitters being like, what about this? What's your business proposition? Like, how long have you been in this? What projects do you own?
Yeah.
So that's one main difference, I'd say.
That is the big thing that like kept me in Cardano for as long as it did. Like even now, I'm not deeply as into it. But like I go in and I like what everybody's doing. But that's because when I first got into Cardano NFTs last year, back in October, like I was fucking depressed out of my mind. I'm like, maybe I'll be able to make some money over here, but then you meet so many people where like maybe they're founders, maybe they're average like 23 depressed people like me, and it's so much more community based than I feel like most chains or like most things are. Like you can go and get super into golfing, but if you aren't that guy that wears the golf tees and the khakis, then you are not gonna fit in. But here over in Cardano, like we kind of accept anybody and everybody. Like
Absolutely.
Like there's a place for anybody and everybody, no matter where you are at in your life. There's a community for you over here, and that's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it like sounds cliche, I really did come for the art, and I did stay for the community.
Facts.
And it sounds so budget, but like Gizmo brought me to Cardano because it was like, damn, we don't have anything like specific like this on ETH or on any chain that I've seen. And then that's essentially where I did meet Serge and the Bobby from Cardopoly, and like everyone that's like my core group of friends on the chain. I met them through the Gizmo server. It was like the first CNFT server that I joined outside of like ETH and other gaming ones. And then they came, they left. I'm still in the Gizmo server. It's not active at all, but I'm still there. I still have all of my assets. I think I was actually going to contemplate sweeping a couple of them tomorrow, maybe providing utility down the line.
Hey.
I truthfully do think that anything that's minted like now in the early days will automatically have value in the future just because of the coding that it was minted on, the time in the blockchain, and how early things were inevitably, right?
Right.
Fossils didn't always have value until thousands of years went by, and then like, holy shit, this is a rat bone from 2018 BC. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel that way about a lot of projects, to be honest. Like, to me, like the biggest example of that is like Coco Locos. Like, they've held above 100 floor for forever, right? But they don't do anything. Like, it's just like the OG Cardano NFT meme, right? So like everybody knows what a Coco Loco is, and that's why it has value, right? It's not that like they have crazy utility or like good community or anything like that, right? It's just that like everybody knows what it is, and that's what's going to drive the value of it. So I definitely like agree with that there's like a lot of projects in this space that might not offer like the coolest utility, but also have like a lot of like value behind them just based off of like their historical value, like what they are, things like that.
Before we get too far from like talking about the community and shit and like how amazing it is, sometimes there is also a bit of a drama, a bit of in-family fighting that occurs, which we saw this last week. Tyler, what do you like to take?
Oh yeah. So it is a staple on the Degen report for myself to run through the weekly drama, which in this case is the 2 week because we took the week off last week. So this is
a shit ton.
Yeah, it's my bread and butter, because while I think that most of the drama that happens in our space is really stupid, I also am like really involved in it because I'm always on Twitter anyway. So I just think it's like, I don't know, I think it's kind of funny in a general way. But so to predate, the more pressing drama of the last week, the week before we had the Fettuccine JPG Blake drama. And to kind of kick us off, my whole perspective on it is it's really dumb. I think that like Blake was playing his hand and being the founder of the biggest marketplace on Cardano, and I think Fett was kind of drawing it out by like making it a multi-day, multi-thread type of thing. And overall, I think that everyone was just being really stupid about it. And that's kind of like where I land on like that whole drama saga. I think that like it was just, but to kind of like tie that back into LUA'S point, I think that because the Cardano NFT communities are so tight knit, I think that you get a lot of drama just specifically out of people like not even really reading into situations, but because they have such attachments with people that they're close with from specific communities, and they automatically jump to that corner no matter what's going on, right? And you see that with a lot of like bigger names, right? Like if it's Blake against Fett or whatever's going to go on, half the people that are seeing this on their timeline are going to immediately make assumptions based off of who is involved in it. And I think we see that time and time again, that everyone kind of like plays to their friends, but also plays to their bags, right? Like no one's trying to lose money or anything like that. So I think as far as that whole drama is concerned, I think it was really stupid in general. I think it was really dumb.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, like I agree with everything that you said. Like, if there were more marketplaces already out there, if there was a larger ecosystem, like no one would care, right?
Right.
It'd be like the world's smallest violin playing in the background while everyone's doing literally so many other things. But because we are so small, that these little splashes end up being waves in our ecosystem or within the community.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I'd kind of do the same thing because there's like no content going on in Cardano. So you see something new pop up and you are like, wow, this is going to be my content for the next 5 months or until things get a bit better. Like I low-key don't blame Fett. But also on the other side of it, like, dude, you need to use your brain better than that and like see the way it's going to look like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it came across bad because I think, and we've had Fett on the show before, like we both love Fett, but I think that I think it came across really poorly because like Fett like stood to like because of Plutus art, he stands to gain from the situation, and I think that's where a lot of people kind of like were having an issue with it. But like I said, I think that most people are pretty tribalistic in our community, and they kind of run to their corners like as soon as anything pops off. And I think that's like the same thing. Were the Twitter Spaces hilarious? Absolutely. I thought they were fun as hell. Like Fart was running a T.jpg space every day, and that was super funny, and I thought it was hilarious. But like I think there's good content that comes out of it, but like ultimately there's like 10 people that actually take it really seriously. You know what I mean? And I think that's it.
And anyway, you can kind of like loop that back to like YouTube drama, where like where it's the same shit, where it's the tiniest violin that makes the most noise, where people get attached to it, then that's what makes it big. But like nobody cares, or nobody should care because it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
exactly. Like most of the community's already forgotten about it, or like there's been so many other things that have happened since, and just reminds me of high school in that sense. And it's funny, right? Imagine if these two competitors like showed strength together. We talk about it. I think we're speaking about it in one of the discords today, where an anime project, for example, why do we have to choose between the 3 anime projects? Why can't all 3 of the anime projects work together? Speaking cross-chain, like Mad V-Apes and V-Kings and Yukio Warriors on V-Chain, they all mob together. It's like a huge mob when they row through cross-project burn events where it's like, if you have one of this and one of that, you can get a unique asset that has a mixture of both of them, and it like limits the supply. Everyone's bags are pumping at the same time, and it's like, we need more of that over here. For sure.
We've talked about that on the pod like several times. I think that like I love the Cardano community for the same reasons that you do, Lua. Like I joined for like the art and the money and stayed around for the community. Like, you know, that's me through and through. But I think that a lot of people in the Cardano space are very like purist in their mentality, right? And if it's not Cardano, like it doesn't mean shit to them. You know what I mean? And I think that's really like it's a really simple-minded way to like view like the, I don't know, just like the things that NFTs can offer us. You know what I mean? So I think it's pretty dumb. But to circle back to like the Fett drama, that was quickly overshadowed the following week. This past week with the alley catch drama that hit the scene. I think it was Elle and Esco breaking out the story in a space, and then it all kind of hit the fan, and then alley cats had a space, but I don't know, that situation was a lot more like I didn't know where to land on it as opposed to the other one. I think ultimately I landed on that like. I think they could have handled the situation better and kind of got in front of it. But at the end of the day, that I think that once Tyler and Taylor explained the situation, I think that like I was just like, this is really stupid that everyone's like tight about this. But I could see where a lot of people were coming from.
For those people like me that don't know the drama, because I check in, see the GM tweets, and then I check out. Can you kind of explain the whole alley cats drama?
I'm in so many words. Like the alley cats are run by Tyler and Taylor, the twin brothers, and they basically were not arrested but convicted in order to pay back like a couple thousand, however many thousands of dollars, a couple of years ago on. I can't remember what the exact charges were. They were basically like defrauding. They were like defrauding like the military. They were defrauding like the military or something like that. Basically like saying that they were working when they weren't or something like that. But they held a space about it, and it really seemed like they kind of got. I don't know. In a way, it seemed like the excuse where you're like, "Mom, I failed the test, but so did everyone else." But it really did seem like they like they were doing it, and so were a lot of people, and they were like just the ones that got in trouble for it. But ultimately, I think they paid off. Like they have the court documents. They paid the money back. Like whatever. I think they squashed that, and I think they've taken the appropriate steps with having Dave from Derp to like sign into their multi-sig wallet, treasury, things like that. So ultimately, like I think that they've ratified the situation. But Lua, I'd like to definitely hear your thoughts on it, because I know that you also make your way around through like the Twitter space cycles. So I know that you are pretty in tune with all the stuff that's going on as well. So I kind of want to hear what you have to say about that.
Yeah, like. I know there's a lot of controversy around this, but this is just how I feel. It's my opinion. We're all young. We've made mistakes in the past. I mean, I don't want to dry snitch on myself, but yeah, I work 9-10 hours a day, but I'm also spending 12-14 hours in Twitter Spaces, right?
Same.
So.
Oh my god.
So.
How do y'all do that?
So.
You work in tech sales. Radio, I'm telling you,
right?
Mitch. You got to work in tech sales.
Some people listen to the radio, and I just have Twitter Spaces on in the background.
Yeah, same.
It's built different. Sometimes I'll hop on stage with, I'm like, okay, let me reply to this email. I'll hop on stage, say what I have to say, and then I'll hop back to listener, and then get back to the phones or anything like that. But they did release a full backstory in their Discord. They have like the Google document in there explaining the multi-sig with Dave from Derp and Benny. But yeah, there's no right way to come out with news. Like it's a hard way to label it, right? We all have past.
Right.
So there's a hard way to come out in front of harmful news. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone really cares. Like a lot of these larger ETH projects, You know, a lot of these people have criminal records. I mean, crypto is coming from a dark place of the web. Most of us are scammers, hackers. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
People that, you know. So I don't want to hold anything over them boys' heads or anything. Like I don't. If anything, it made me a little bit more bullish on them. I want people that to be critical and outside thinkers, and if there's a way for them to, you know, maximize their time or have, you know, their time get paid for their time better,
Yeah.
then yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. And still for me, they say, oh, it's taxpayers' dollars, but the government was just gonna line their pockets with that money anyways. So, yeah, I'm not trying to fud any bags or anything, but yeah, I'm more bullish on them ever since the news came out. And they did mention that they wanted to come out with it, but yeah, it's how do you do it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're an upcoming project. You guys all know us, by the way. We have a criminal record, like.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
I think that was the one that was like really hard for me to get over. Is like when everything was breaking, they were like, "Well, we were gonna say something," and like I feel like that's like, I mean, obviously like it's easy to say that now, but like afterwards, you know what I mean? But I think that I think ultimately, like you said, I think they rectified the situation really quickly. They worked quickly to like get on a space and talk to people about it. So I mean, ultimately, I think it's like it is what it is. I'm still minting. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I got alley list. I'm going
Yeah,
crazy.
I have white
Yeah,
list.
I got white list.
Yeah, I
I'm
got white
going
list.
crazy. But you know, it's what it is.
How old are they? Like,
Not
we
old.
know that?
28.
28.
Are they
Yeah, they're in
26
their
or
late
28?
20s. They're like 28s, something like that. But that happened when they were
Then
like 26, 25. You know what I mean? Like, and I kind of side with Lou. I
Yeah.
think that everyone does stupid shit, and like you get in trouble for it sometimes, and that's just the way it crumbles. It's not like it's not
I
like they
just
went to
instantly was making.
yeah. It's not like they went to federal prison or anything.
I was gonna say, exactly. They got hit with a misdemeanor. Like I was making much better decisions at 26 than I was at 25. I'll speak for myself. Like yeah, like 20 to 24, I was making questionable decisions. 24 to 26, I was like, okay, like should I be making these decisions? And then like this 27 to 30, it's like yeah, this is more of the right track that I need to be on, and it takes time, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm minting. I will be sweeping the floor. I will be looking to make profits, but I will also be holding.
Same. Let's go. So yeah.
Let's go.
Anyway, so to round it all off, the drama is always fun in the moment. Most of the time, it's just pretty stupid. And yeah, I mean, then it'll be forgotten next week. Something else will be stupid, and everyone will argue about it, and you know that'll be that.
We'll talk about it over a year.
Exactly.
Nah, yeah, like nothing, anything. There's still to this day, there's times where it's like, oh, remember that? Oh no, I literally forgot about that. Yeah, that was the biggest rug pull like 2 years ago. Like they got everybody. Like, or even like the Space Bud stuff. Like yeah, they're talking about going through the new art, but no one talks about the reason why they're doing the new art anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just also brushed under the rug. There's new, exciting, shiny things to look at. None of this is gonna matter in the bull, and then after the bull, no one's gonna remember the bear. It'll be like, oh, remember the bear that we had? You won't remember the specific struggles or challenges we faced, but we'll remember the bear.
Yeah, for sure. Eventually, it'll all just kind of like run together, and no one will remember the specifics of anything, and that's just the way it rolls. But kind of moving off of like the intro drama topics, I wanted to open up the first topic by kind of relating back to that, and for you, Lua, like how do you see like our space like growing out of like this petty infighting, right? I think you might have just hinted at it, but like where do you see us kind of like growing out of this into something like, you know, bigger and better, into like a bull market? Like do you think we get over the like the little infighting, or do you think it's, you know, a product of us just being such a small community, or like what's your outlook on that?
Yeah, one of my main things would be like once more people come into the space, there will be a lot less, or I should say a lot less public drama.
Mm-hmm.
Everything will kind of be more behind closed doors with the alliances that are being made in this bear market, right? Where, you know, you'll have your little chats and your little group, you know, servers to talk about certain things, and you won't go directly public. You know, maybe keep things a little bit more offline, but the main thing is that everyone literally knows everybody, right? And
Yeah.
it's easy to have drama in a situation like that because you don't know if it's 100% facts, or you know the track record of this person, or this is a serial rugger, or blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah, right? AI project, like there's always going to be something. But as the space gets bigger, like more people come in the bowl, right? Right now it's like, it's like a wave. People came, people left, people stayed. People came, people left, people stayed. So as we get bigger, it'll just become more of a white noise on a drama front.
Yeah.
It'll just be like brushed off as FUD. Like, oh, a kid called Beast got hacked. I heard it for like 2 seconds, and then they're already on to like a next topic because the space is just so much bigger and
Yeah.
more information is flowing through like full cycle, not getting stuck in the let's talk about it phase. It's already out the door, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And I feel like you said it very, very well before when you said it's just dumb high school drama. It's dumb like work drama where there's maybe 500 kids, then those kids talk day after day after day. So if there is literally any disturbance in that emotion, then that turns into petty drama. So we kind of just need more builders, and then with that, the drama will go from like misdemeanors to this guy murdered his entire family. Don't buy this NFT.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with both of you, and I think that like if I also try to like view it from like a new person's perspective, and I think that like Louis, you mentioned this in like your opening talking about yourself, but I think that like if you're a newer project or a newer person and like you join into one of our like 5 regular Twitter spaces, I feel like you will think that like a lot of like some of the heavy hitters are coming across like really rude and mean in our space and things like that, and I feel like that can stir up like a bad taste in people's mouth and stir up drama and things like that. But I think that ultimately like a lot of like the main people that you see on Twitter in a day-to-day or like in spaces, things like that, I think that they really care about the community, and oftentimes they come across in a really like harsh or like rash way, and I don't think they like mean anything by it. I think it's just like, like looking out for like our little space. And I think that, like you mentioned, as the space grows, I think we'll kind of move away from that. But like I've been in some spaces or like on Twitter and I've seen people comment shit and I'm like, damn, bro, like I would hate being here if this was my first day on Cardano. Like I would feel like everyone over here is like a bully. But I don't think it's that way. I think that's just like the way we maneuver. So,
like, and I know the like the people that you're referencing as well, and everyone's just trying to protect everyone, right? Because it is an intimate space. Like,
yeah.
Even me being here for just like the year and the little bit that I've been here, there have been so many rugs that have come through that I was able to avoid because people were like, nah, red flag, right? And
yeah.
And if these people get away with the rugs and no one even bats an eye, no one even says anything, you won't even know it's a rug pull. You know what I mean? You won't even know. You'll still be buying off secondary.
Yeah, facts.
Meanwhile, they've already closed the Twitter and closed the Discord, and people are dumping the volume on this.
Founders died. You know what I mean? Founders
dead. Yeah, had a heart attack mid-mint, had the heart attack, forgot to mint the rest, came back. Like that happens over there. So I'm grateful for the referees in the space.
Yeah, for real.
I know they get a lot of backlash, but I think the overall sentiment is these people have helped not only me make bags, but protect my bags. So much so that like literally I've purposely minted rugged projects before just for the Degen aspect. Like I said, don't be me. But what was it? It was something on chain. Damn.
Penguins.
I can't remember. No, Penguins on Chain is not a rug thing, and I'm still
yeah, I got one. Let's go.
The floor is like 5x.
Let's go.
The floor is like 5x. Penguins on Chain is definitely a legit project, but it was something on chain like Bears on Chain or some shit, which I knew it was gonna be a rug. I still set my TX.
Dude, that was such like a weird time of like 2 weeks where it was like armadillos on chain, rats on chain, cats on chain. I'm like, dude, what are we? And everyone's like, let's go, bro. This is the next big one. I'm like, guys, like y'all out here just going crazy. But then I also do stupid shit too, like everybody was going in on fluffies, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna still get in and flip before I get rugged, and I couldn't flip, and I got fucking rugged out of my mind. So
Are we talking about like rugs and shit?
No, let's not go
no.
into that. Me and Mitch have like a good history together of being around for like rugs in the same communities. So, but some of the communities we also worked in at the time, so we probably shouldn't like say. But, anyways, moving along. So Lua, I know that you said you joined the space like a year ago, and then I know that you like I always butcher the name. I always say Ikigai, but I think I say it wrong.
Ikigai.
Yeah, Ikigai. But so as someone who's like a part of a team and took a position, like a pretty predominant position on a team that like minted in the bear market, like what did that have any like effect on like your thought process of like I'm gonna like hop into this team on something that's minting in the middle of like the shittiest market possible? And if it did, like what went through your thought process in wanting to be like a community manager on a team in the middle of a bear market?
So I was a holder before I was offered the community manager position at Ikigai. OG in the Discord, the founders pass, all that shit. Minted out in seconds, and there was a lot of things happening in the space at that time. And the team reached out to me. They're like, you're the one that we want. And I didn't think twice. The founders there, Maria, Peppers, Tetsuo, those are the three co-founders. Really solid team, OGs in the space. I know Stutter knows them too. Big supporters of them. And I never wavered. I never considered like, it's going to be tough in the bear market. Like I already knew that. Just a certain level of conviction, right? A lot of people, want to run away or turn away from the challenge, and I'm one of those people that are like, you know what? If we can make it in the bear, then we can make it in the bull for sure. So, kind of motivated me more to be a part of a team that was willing to already start building in a time where a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much that.
There's a massive fucking benefit to being the first person doing something when nobody else is doing it. Like that's why we see things like buds, things like Kalei blowing up, was because they built a fucking community like nobody else when nobody else was over here. So now we like see their NFTs and being the highest floors. Same thing over in society, where not only were they doing something different, but they were doing something when nobody else was, and now they're seeing those benefits. So the people like getting into teams now during the bear market, they are kind of going to be that like they're going to be the third wave, where it's like when things go back up, oh holy shit, these new NFTs that we consider blue chips, like they'll become like blue chips, which we are kind of seeing with like Ori times 3, things like that, where yes they're doing good in now, but then when the money comes back in, because people will go from being like, I shouldn't buy Cardano now to, things are doing good, let me get back in before everybody else does, and then that whole idea of FOMO will feed, and then we'll see a new layer of blue chips.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the thing too, right? Communities are built in the bear. When the bull is here and discords are flying and Twitter Spaces 200, 300 people, communities aren't really built in there, right? It's when no one is around, who's showing up to GM every day, right?
Let's go.
Right, let's go. It's who's showing up every day in the Discords, on Twitter, shilling, all that good stuff, right? It's easy to shill when everything's pumping. Trust me, even from being being a collector before being on teams. Like, I never had an issue with it. I'll shill my 5 ADA NFT if I want to, right? But it's that having to want to, right? People want to shill what they see other people shilling. That's why you see Clay's shilling all the time, or Ore shilling all the time, because they're pumping. It's like the cool thing to do. Look, I have one of the projects that are doing well, an ape or whatever it may be. So yeah, when the bull comes around, everyone's shilling everything because you're making bags all over the place, and you see it as well. The influencers on Twitter, they say like, "Oh, what happened to the art? I used to see like a bunch of art. Now it's just like people talking about how much of a bear market it is, right?" And I think that's just the truth of the fact of it, and that's why I think it's good. Yeah, definitely communities are built in the bear market. The people that are showing up every day, those are going to be your true supporters and diamond hands.
Big facts. Well, I agree with all of that. I agree with everything that you guys said. So I think we can move on from that one. Mitch, can you take us into the next one?
Big facts. Let's go.
The biggest of facts. How do you guys think AI will change the NFT ecosystem, considering all the recent AI drama?
I'll go.
Yeah,
you take it away, Lua.
Yeah, okay, I can go first. I think there's gonna be a space for AI. I think it'll move our space to be a more desirable ecosystem for handmade art, but I think just simply put, a lot of the newer people are going to be looking for AI that aren't familiar with things being as hand-drawn, or maybe they just really have a keen eye for AI art. There is an audience for that. There are people that enjoy that art, and to say as an entire ecosystem that we're not going to support that is just ludicrous. We need everybody to be coming to Cardano for their AI art. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I like handmade art personally, but there is AI art that I like and that I may be minting on the chain as well, because I can appreciate that as also as a form of technology or as a medium.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Mitch.
You need to be super fucking talented to do it just like normal drawings and be like, wow, this is fucking incredible. Because if I were to do a NFT project, everything would look like a fucking Coco Loco. So like, this is why I don't do it. But then you get somebody that is naturally a very good artist that does art every day, like Ripto Fairies. Their entire like NFT project is AI. But then they go back in and like fix things and do that. So things like that, like, I don't think we're talking about that. I think we're talking about people that type in a girl, a moon, octopus, and then it comes up with this fucking dope ass Picasso looking ass painting that somebody sells for 10,000 data. That's kind of different, but it lets people do this, and I feel like it shouldn't be worth nearly as much as like say somebody painted a girl and then an octopus and then the moon. But there's got to be a place for it, or else people like me will never be able to enter the ecosystem. And maybe that's good though, but I'm not sure about that.
No, I think that like AI, like Lewis said, will have its place. I think that really big and such a decentralized type of like environment, I think that really depends on like you having faith that the person that is telling you that their art is not AI is being truthful. You know what I mean? Because how are you going to check? You know, they could have threw that shit in the Mid-Journey and made it in like 10 seconds, but you don't know. And I think that our space is taking the right like steps, right, to like indicate like on JPEG Store, like if it's AI art, if it's hand drawn, yada yada. But ultimately, I think that like that'll boil down to you just being diligent, doing your research, trusting the people that you trust, and seeing like hey, like this person is selling this shit for 500 ADA, and they like I said, they just did it in Mid-Journey in 10 seconds. So I think it all just hinges on those things. But to Louis' point, like you have to. It is really, really stupid for people in our space, especially like some of the bigger names I've seen in our space, talking about like AI art has like no space, like or no place in our like little corner of crypto. Like that's so fucking stupid. Like we already are small enough. Like let's not start kicking out some more people before we like evaporate ourselves. Like let's not do that. So I definitely think that AI has like its own space, but I definitely think it should be distinguished from like handmade or hand-drawn art, because you'll have a lot of people that'll say that like clays are fucking ugly, which like I mean some of them don't, they ain't cool looking, but I mean someone literally made that with their fuking hands. Like that's cool as shit. And I have a clay and I think that that's so sick that like, or a GC clay. Let me not stomp on anyone's toes. I'm not rich enough to get a clay. I don't have a clay yet, but I might start flipping. I might flip some stuff around, see what I can get to. But
let's
go. Mitch buy his clay when ADA was $2. Let's go.
Let's go.
But
Congrats on the bag.
The first 2 NFTs I bought was my bud and my co.
Mitch was like, just fuck it. I'm just
Oh,
spending.
your clay looks like D-Clay's clay.
Yeah, him and D-Clay both have the cornrows.
My clay is better than D-Clay's clay.
He's got the horns, though. He's got the horns.
But I
You have a
look
parrot.
like my clay.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah,
D-Clay's fronting.
Parrot? Yeah.
D-Clay's lying.
This is the man he wishes he could be. And
Shout out D-Clay.
I
Yeah, shout
am
out
that man.
D-Clay. Sick
He
ass.
wishes he could be me.
I'm gonna clip this and send
No.
it to D-Clay. Shout out D-Clay.
But
Shout out D-Clay.
But like with that, I feel like the people that are like, there's no area for AI. That's so close-minded, because I feel like they're just considering the monetary value of it.
Big facts.
We should be thinking more about the art, the art of what's going on.
Even the innovation of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like imagine if some fucking dope ass artist like Cosmo, he came in and did a NFT project that's like 50% his art, then 50% AI. That'd be fucking insane, right? So maybe if it's somebody like him, who comes in, builds a name for himself, and is like, let's have some fucking fun, then it does something like this, that'd be dope. And these Cardano influencers would go from being like, there's no place to...
They would all buy. Everyone's
that
buying.
so fast. Everyone's begging for a free whitelist. All of the influencers get the free whitelist.
Let's go.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on that shit,
So,
Cosmo.
You think the guys on Ethereum flinch when AI pops up, when an AI mint pops up on their calendar?
No.
Not a chance. You know, not.
Yeah,
a
and that
chance.
goes back to
Like,
me saying that like we're like I feel like a lot of people over here are like super like purist in their like outlook. Like everything has got to like fit this mold of what like Cardano, like their perception of Cardano and Cardano NFTs are, or like anything that like tiptoes outside of those lines is like immediately like red flag. And like it just doesn't make sense, because that's not like how art works, right? Like art is like super like fluid in like the way that, you know, people perceive it. And I think that just counting out all those things, like I said, bro, there's like 30 people active in this space. Let's not cut it to 20. You know, let's try to keep the numbers going up.
It's facts though. Can't even fill a room 200. I saw the Alley Cat space drama brought in like
500. There was like 500 people in there.
400 or 500. Yeah. 400 or 500. That's like the most I've seen for
this is
The
a
whole
super
Cardano ecosystem.
this
Yeah,
and this is
literally that's exactly
this
it.
is a super like side note, but since you brought that up, I was in the space and I saw that, and when spaces like that happen, I always think like, where are you motherfuckers at, like, most of the time? Like, where do you guys come from? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I get everyone has their space and, like, their place in the community, and a lot of people are just, like, here to, invest, like, flip, get bags, stuff like that. But at the same time, like, y'all there's so many people that are super quick to hop on a space when there's, like, some trending topic, but, like, throughout the weeks and weeks and weeks, every space has, like, 40, 50 people, and then, like, some shit will pop off and there's 500 people. Like, where the fuck do y'all come from? Like, I'm always so confused.
Those people are doing better than me. Where the last like Twitter space I joined, the last like tweet that wasn't related to my Twitch I made was like last week. Last Twitter space was like 3 months ago. Like I'm kind of on the.
You're kind of that guy.
But I'm not leaving. I'm just like waiting for things to get better because nobody likes dwelling in that negativity.
Yeah, for sure.
Where
it's true. It's true.
Where yes, I do have so many homies I've made. I mean, we've got at least like 25 homies
that have been on this pod. Yeah.
I mean, of course, but so much more that the way they have viewed is like things aren't good. Let's take a pause. Maybe they are DCAing even now, but they see this fucking Alley Cats drama. They see this Fett drama, and that they're like, damn, this is where the ecosystem's at. This is not where I'd like to be at because it's so depressing.
Yeah, it's actually crazy because while all this is happening, a kid called Beast is also going through something similar, like the hack, the breach, the mint stopping, but it was in such a more positive light. Of course, there's like little pockets of people that are like, FUD it, you know what I mean? But the majority of the consensus, the community is there to like support, right? Everyone was looking at it in a positive light. They're still pumping. You know what I mean? Like, we lack that here, and yeah, essentially, unless everyone's on board, it's not gonna change, right?
Right.
But it's hard to be on board because we keep on talking about it. But everything's high school. So there's the theater kids, there's the jocks, there's these kids. Nobody leaves that bubble.
Their little bubble. Yeah, I would say that like to that, I think that like if you're in like a if anyone's like in like a down and out spot where like crypto is like pretty shit because like it low key kind of is. I think that like just like just surrounding yourself with like the right crew is like or like the right group of people is like the move, right? Like there's like a couple of people to where like I can like hop into like a Discord or like a Twitter space and know I'm getting a good laugh like every fucking time. You know what I mean? Like someone to like brighten the mood up. There's like a couple of people that I can always like lean on to do that. And I think that like if you can align yourself with those people, then like it makes everything like more bearable in, the long run.
Bearable.
Hey, see what I did there? Let's go. But let's pivot off of CNFTs. Enough, crypto topics. Let's move away from that.
Thank God.
The next topic we got is if you could redo 1 year of your life. So, however old you are, Lou, you're 29.
I'm 29.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. If you could redo 1 year of your life, any year from birth to 29, what year would you redo, and then why would you redo it? Like you could live it all over again, and you can either like live it the same or like live it in a new way. But you just basically get like a rerun.
Yeah, I'm trying to pinpoint the exact year. Okay, one that I said because I don't regret anything in life, but I do reflect in life, and I say like what would have happened, because as you get older, obviously, as you know, like you realize how actions change different things as your life progresses. So I would go do a victory lap at high school. I would go for another year, get all of my upgrades, and then take up a trade instead of going to school for business.
Let's go.
That's what I would have done differently, and then gone to business school, and then be good to go now, doing whatever it may have been. I think that's one thing I would have done different to maybe position myself for, obviously the real estate market that anyone wouldn't have seen, but since after graduating school, so busy paying back student loans. It's not like I just had liquid to put a down payment on a house, but getting into a trade earlier would have been able to give me that liquid quicker, where I could position myself and then go study business afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. That was literally my answer, right? It's like going back and like the year I decided to like I was going to go to college like after high school to like not do that, maybe like pump the brakes and like just like work and then kind of like reassess life. I think that like most people, like if you're like me, you get out of high school and you just kind of like follow that path, right? Like you just go to school because like that's what all your friends do, that's what your parents did, that's what you do, you know what I mean? And it's like you get to school and then like you said, Lua, like I have a degree in business as well, and like you go through like school and then you're left with like this sack of money that even though like you have a degree so you can make a lot more money now, like it doesn't really like set you any much further ahead because you have to pay back so much already. So it's like you can't really capitalize on like that income, that extra income that you might be making because you have a degree, because like you just can't get ahead of that. And I think that also like I'll be 25 this Friday, and Mitch is a year younger than me. We're all in our 20s, and I think that like low key our generation literally got the shit into this. Our generation got the shit into the stick mostly economically. So I feel like there's a lot of things.
No,
that
for sure.
suck.
They told us in school literally to not study. I remember, like, if you don't go to study business or like science or a big uni, then you'll be a bum. They straight said it. That was the messaging. My brother's 21 and he's making big bags. He's a plumber for commercial high rises downtown.
Oh, it moves.
Makes big bag, like $60 an hour on the weekends.
Yeah.
He's making big bags, and he's like, yeah, like he did school. He like did a 1-2 semester, and he's like, no, I'm gonna go into the trades.
Hey.
So he went to the trades, and then like he just got his hours through someone who needs the guy. He like trained him up, hands-on training, and now he's making bigger bags, right? Without the big debt to work forward on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference.
Going off of what Tyler said, I thought, oh, everybody else is doing it, I better do it. But then I lost my peace of mind during that, which like to me that's the most important thing. But I didn't learn that until I dropped out of college. Then I worked in the government, and then I worked at Amazon, and then I found NFTs, and that kind of led me to a better path that I know I'm on. But because of that, like the year I'd probably redo was the gateway period between dropping out of college and like getting to where I then got to with NFTs. So maybe like rather than being like, oh, I need to go work for the government or do these things, I kind of put that time into thinking, let's learn about investing. Let's kind of put myself forward, because the government doesn't care about me. I live in the U.S. and the only person that cares about me is me. Like you can keep on telling yourself, oh, and this party loves me. No, they don't. They love making money off of you.
Yeah, you're just a consumer.
They use you and abuse you so they can be in power, and they'll always be in power. But
hey, big facts. We love politics.
Let's go. But because of that, like maybe taking that time and like doing more soul searching, and I did do a bunch of amazing soul searching because I lived in Santa Cruz, California, which is like northern California, fantastic beaches, like fantastic cliff sides, but I would have come to a better outcome faster had I not, but I didn't, and then I found it later, which, like you said, these things are important because they lead to where you are like with what I do now, peace of mind over everything, and the idea that I know I'm building something fucking insane over on Twitch, and I'm like getting people that align with my image. It's the same thing as working over for Ikigai, where you guys are building something so during this like debt down market where you are coming up with ways to innovate. I know for a matter of fact, had I lived my life like the way I just said I wouldn't be on it, I'm kind of thankful that I was a bitch in college. I dropped out of that. Was a bitch in the government. Got kicked out of that. Was a bitch at Amazon. Got kicked out of that. And now it's like put me on a path that makes sense for me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let me refract. I would say my answer, or I'd go back to like whenever Black Ops 2 was, when I was like 13, playing video games till 4 a.m. Dude, no care in the world. I'm eating Pop-Tarts at 3 a.m. on a school night, just playing games. Like, that shit was the time of my life, and I wish I could go back and like relive that, because like those were like the best days. Like, I'm drinking Monster Energy at 2 a.m. Like, I have no business being awake. That shit was just so fun. I miss those days.
Last night I drank a strawberry and apricot Red Bull. Then one of my Twitch buddies, he loves fucking kombucha.
Kombucha tastes like the inside of my. Nice. Kombucha tastes like the bottom of my feet, bro. That shit's gross as fuck.
But see it, dude. It tastes like fucking dish soap. But goddamn, it doesn't work. I have never had so much energy in my fucking life. Like, I went live for 7 hours, but usually after like 6 hours, I'm like dude, kind of lowering that down. But holy shit, I had so much energy. I went to bed at like 5 a.m.
Let's go.
God.
Dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there though. I'm not taking any beverage recommendations from you, considering that I've tuned into your Twitch once or twice when you're drinking a Four Loko on ice. So after I've seen those things, occur, I'm not taking a bev. But speaking of beverages, the next topic is what is the most overrated and underrated alcoholic bevs? Lou, I also don't know if you drink, so if you don't, that's really gonna put a damper on this one.
Nah, I drink. It's cool.
I figured you work in sales,
overrated?
bro. We work in sales. I feel like everyone who works in sales just drinks, but that's just the way it is. But anyways.
All day.
I went pretty hard on the weekend, but overrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think Clase Azul is overrated.
Okay. I can get with that.
I mean, it's not the best tequila out there, so because the bottle's expensive.
Yeah, the bottle's like hand painted, so everyone pays $200 for it, and that's just weird.
Yeah. No, I mean,
the bottles are hand painted, bro. Nice. So I'm keeping. I would keep the bottle, bro. That ass.
Yeah,
it's
the bottle
the utility.
Nice.
Yeah, utility, bro. That's utility. The bottle.
But the supply is just way too high.
Oh god damn, $100. I'm looking at this shit.
That's like low side, bro. You can your shit resold.
Some of them cost $2,000. What the fuck? It looks like a dildo.
It has the bell up top. Everyone's going crazy because it has that bell.
Dude, it's a fucking dildo.
Yeah, I think it's overrated, Clase.
Alright.
I still drink it, don't get me wrong. Underrated? I don't know. Underrated, it's hard. How do you?
So you can go this route. Let me give you the avenues, Louis. So you could go with like a specific type of alcohol or like a specific type of beer, or you can do like a specific type of mixed drink, right? Like, so any like bev that you think is like a underrated drink that you could go order at a bar.
I think sangria is underrated.
Ooh,
if you're not sipping
facts.
a nice sangria.
Yeah, like in the summertime,
I'm
bro.
surprised it's not. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not ordered enough.
I think I saw this.
I'm the one who's like.
No, I saw this TikTok the other week, and it was like, when did we decide that like double IPAs were like the manly choice of drink? Because this shit is so ass. Like, I would much rather drink like bottomless mimosas than drink like this fucking jet fuel in a can. And bro, that's facts. Like IPAs are the most. Any sort of like, what is it? Like craft beer.
I don't like hot.
Yeah, any sort of craft beer where you go to a brewery and they're like, I'm getting hints of like honeysuckle and like burnt tire on this one. Like that shit, dude. That shit is horrible. Like, I'm not going anywhere like that. Those beers are horrible. So that's overrated for sure. Like any craft beer, overrated. They're not that good. They're $10 and they're horrible. And then underrated, dude. Let me hit y'all with the facts, bro. Underrated has to be like the standard. Maybe this is perfectly rated. I don't know. I feel like vodka sprites or like vodka crayons get really bad reps as they're like bitch drinks, but I feel like a good vodka crayon is like a good move every time, bro. Like it's not too filling, it's not too heavy. Like it'll get you where you want to be. So I'm a go-to like vodka soda type of guy.
I've got to tap in here, defend Toronto. We've got great craft beer. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Shout out Steam Whistle. Shout out Flying Monkeys. You know who you are. Yeah, we've got great craft beer. But yeah, I can totally understand where you're coming from in that. I don't mess with the IPAs.
Bro, that shit's rough.
You've got great craft
beer. Especially when you get to like the double IPAs, that shit's like 15% in one can. I'm like, yo, y'all are wild for this.
Nah, that's wild.
The most overrated alcohol ever is any dark liquor.
Bro,
I hate it all. Whether it's bourbon, rum, whiskey, any of that tastes like so it tastes like you are literally drinking like hand sanitizer, but it's got a dark texture to it, and it's like hand sanitizer if you mixed it with like dark licorice, and it's so bad. It's so bad. Like back in the college, I joined a fraternity in Texas. So we drink a ton of like dark liquor and shit. So one time, me and my 7 buddies drank a whole handle of like bean. What's it
Jim
called?
Beam.
Jim
Okay,
Beam.
but to be fair, Jim Beam is like pretty low.
Yeah,
that's like bottom shelf.
Bottom of the barrel.
But now anytime I tasted a whole handle of Jim Beam.
I feel that though. I feel
Jim
like
Beam.
I feel like alcoholic drinks are like one of those things where you have a really bad like experience drinking at one time and you just can't like drink it ever again. Like I'm that way about like tequila. Like I'll have tequila in a mixed drink if like a lot of people are drinking them and like they gave me one, like I'll drink it, whatever. But like I'm not. I when I was 18, I went to a Halloween party and got absolutely obliterated doing 1800 tequila shots, and after that I can't drink it anymore, bro. Like just the thought of it makes me want to throw up. Like it's so bad, dude. That was the night I woke up.
I can't drink gin.
Yeah, dude. Gin to me is like pretty good. I'm kind of like with Mitch on that.
Gin is so good.
I'm like a light liquor kind of guy. Like dark liquors just they don't sit well with me. I've drank too many of them to not
They don't
like them.
feel well.
And there's also a lot of people, bro, that like I get it that like really nice bourbons are good, but like a lot of people will just like I have this one friend. I'll go over there and they have like 50 different types of bourbon, and they pour like it's not on ice, nothing, bro. Just pour straight into a glass off the counter. He's like, bro, tell me how you think this one tastes. I'm like the last one, bro. It's burning the fuck out of my mouth. I don't know what you want me to taste out of this. Like you want me to tell you it tastes like oaky with a hint of lavender? Like I can't tell you what it tastes like. It fucking is. It's hot as shit. You know what I mean? Like put my shit on ice. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Like even at like CNFTcon, the fucking wild cards bought
Didn't you drink all of Surge's beer at CNFTcon?
whiskey shot. Not all of it. He says that, but I drank like 2.
What kind of
Like
beer did
2.
Serge have?
Like shitty ass beer.
Was it
was
it like Michelob Ultra or something?
Oh, and not even it, dude. It was fucking like Natty Light, like fucking Bush.
Modelo? He's always going on about the Modelos.
No.
If it was
not-
Modelo's, I also
Kinda
hate
guy.
Modelo's, so we can go with that.
No, we were playing fucking beer pong with a fucking Bush Light, and he's like, "You drank all my beer, bitch."
To be fair, if you're playing beer pong, it really doesn't matter what you're
nobody
drinking.
else was drinking it. So I'm like, I might as well take it. I mean, I'm in Vegas, but anytime I talk to him, he's like, "You drinking my beer," and I'm like, "Dude, I bought it ugly, bro. I paid you back, man." But no,
The utility.
the utility, free beer.
Free-
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
he's
go
honestly,
wrong.
honestly, the founder there at Ugly Bros, he's great.
Yeah.
He's
I
taken
love
me out
Serge.
so many times, like downtown here, IRL. Like he'll be like, "Yo, what are you saying?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm chilling." He's like, "Let's do this," and we'll like go do and like hang out.
That's so cool.
That is cool. I wish I like
Right,
lived
best
near like a
utility
lot
ever.
more people. Like I don't know, everyone. I feel like anyone that is in CNFTs is in Toronto. Like if you're Canada based, you're in Toronto. Like I don't think there's anyone else that buys Cardano NFTs outside of Toronto and Canada. There's not a chance, right? Well, no. Okay, I take that back. The only person
where it's all going down.
Heaps lives in British Columbia. That's the only person I know in Canada that doesn't
Yeah.
live in Toronto.
Kezi's in Alberta.
I say all these things like I know where the provinces are. I don't know where they are. I know that BC's all the way over
Yeah.
here, and Toronto's kind of like straight up from the East Coast, but that's about it. I don't really know anything else.
Yeah.
That's wild. You gotta do your. I don't blame you. It's the education.
I was about to say, Louis, if I gave you
Don't teach you
a
about-
blank map of the U.S., you think you got that on all 50?
You'd be fucked.
Not on all 50, but I
You got
could do like the nearest ones. I know where everyone is for the most part.
Yeah. In the location, you're saying you're like the general vicinity.
Yeah.
Even
You've got more states. Our country's easily divided.
Bro, I'm doing that. I'm doing that at CNFTcon. I'm bringing a blank printout of the U.S. and I'm offering ADA for anyone that can fill it out like completely 100% correct. I bet you half the people in the U.S. couldn't do it. Like I bet you at least half of the U.S. people could.
I could name maybe 10.
You not
Maybe
name,
10
but just place
states.
them. You can't not even just place them. Just name them.
I can't even name them, dude. Being in Texas, the only thing you will learn
Only
about
Texas.
is Texas.
It's only Texas.
Dude,
It's
that's
only
fine.
Texas is
on
the
map.
only state in the Republic of Texas, which is the country I
Texas is also the only state in the U.S. that's 0 for 2 on secessions. If anyone wants to know, they tried to secede from
Yeah.
Mexico. Mexico got them back. Then they tried to secede from the U.S. and the U.S. got
Third
them back.
is-
So they're 0 for 2.
Third time's the charm, though. Third time's.
I don't know if I would say that.
Texas got Whataburger. I love
Dude,
Dude,
Whataburger.
Whataburger
so
is
good.
fire. Whataburger is fire.
So good.
Yeah.
But everyone
Oh my
from
God,
Texas
so
calls
hungry.
it like Waterburger instead of Whataburger, and it like really throws me off.
Before we get off of this topic, I didn't name my most underrated
Oh,
drink.
let's hit it
which-
before we move on.
Which I feel like being in CNFTs, everybody drinks these most fancy ass drinks, like whether that be craft beer or fucking classical azul dildo tequila.
Or shout out to Roy, Whiskey Wednesday on a Monday. Roy's
Yeah,
always drinking the
shout out-
whiskey.
Shout out D-Clay.
But I feel like everybody drinks these like fancy ass drinks. But the most basic beer will always be Coors. And I feel like it gets such a bad rap, and maybe that's because I live in Texas. But you can go get Mexican food. You can get Coors. You can go get pizza. You can get Coors. It fits with every meal and every occasion. But it'll never be the best drink for any of them. But it is always such a good choice for doing anything. So it has to be Coors.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, I don't like Coors.
Hey, I'm with you, Lua.
bitches.
I'm with you, Lua. I'll take a Budweiser, but I'll drink a Coors if it's a Coors Banquet. That's the caveat. It has to be the banquet.
Banquet, yeah,
Banquets
yeah,
hit,
banquet is
and
different.
banquets are sneaky.
Yeah.
You can down a couple banquets and go to stand up and be like, Jesus Christ, banquets are sneaky. Regular Coors are not good. But
I'll take a banquet, yeah, for sure.
yeah, facts.
Maybe I'm just like a Southern American.
I mean, I also live in the South.
No, you live in North Carolina.
Yeah,
North,
Dude, but it's in the
North.
South.
You're basically in the North.
Bro, we seceded, bro. We were out here, so that's South. Anyways, moving along, since we're talking,
200 years ago.
Since we're talking about seceding, what is an immediate red flag on a first date? And I can go first.
I'm not a red flag person. I'll have to think about this. Go ahead,
bro,
you go first.
Red flag on a first date. I'm saying anybody that has a really annoying laugh, because then you have to think. You hit them with a joke right off the rip. They laugh, and that laugh is annoying. Then in your head, you have to go, can I live with that the rest of my life? Every time I try to say something funny, I hear that noise. Absolutely not. Red flag, number one. Number two, anybody that, like, I'm pretty bad about being on my phone, but, like, I can put my phone away if I'm at, like, dinner with, like, my friends or anything like that. Anyone that's, like, constantly on their phone while also, like, eating dinner, like, especially, like, a one-on-one dinner, like, the red flag. I'm not, because I know that, like, you're not going to, like, in furthering that, you're not going to pay attention to me half the time. So I'm not doing that shit. So that's my two. One's kind of shallow, the laugh thing. Like, you can't really change that, but I'm going to take that road. And then the phone thing.
Well,
let's go.
Let's get a bit more shallow. People that catfish. Like
well, obviously that's a red flag. We'll go. I think that's a universal one.
That's a given.
But
that's crazy.
But it definitely is an immediate red flag when you go to meet this lovely looking girl, and she turns out to be a man with a beard.
Has that ever happened to you?
Mine. I mean, all the time, man. Every time I go on Tinder, I match with these baddies that are more manly than I'll ever be, and it makes me sad.
That's like it's like 90% of the females in the Cardano community. You see the female PFP, you're like, oh wow, and then like it's just a dude.
You hop into the Twitter Spaces and it's like,
it's like Eden. It's just the Eden with a woman PFP, dude. I'm like, dude, I know that, boys.
That's so funny.
But what's another red flag? Do you have one, Lua?
Those are pretty good ones that were brought up. I definitely do agree with them. Red flag for me. It might have to be someone who might not even finish their meal.
Ooh,
right?
That's a good one.
That's a red flag for me. Because, I mean, I'm not saying predeceived notions. I don't know who's paying the bill yet, but at least know what you want to eat, or come with the appetite to eat something that you want. Right? We're having a meal.
I'm with that. I'm with that because, like, especially as like an adult, like an actual like full, like you're in your mid-20s, you're a full adult. Like if you know you're going to a really nice restaurant, bro, I'm starving the whole day, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not eating all. Like if you're like I'm a snack throughout the day and then go to a nice dinner with someone, bro, you're crazy. Like that's wild to me. Like I'm not eating. Like if I know I'm going to a nice restaurant, I'm not eating the entire day. So when I go, I can like just shove my face. And like that's the move. So like if you're not planning accordingly, bro, red flag. I'm calling red flag as well. That's crazy.
Facts.
This is very funny because I am canonically late to everything, but somebody that shows up late.
Yeah, but I think that just depends on the type of.
I give 20-minute grace.
Yeah. I think it depends on the type.
I'm late all the time too.
I think it depends on the type of person you are, though, because I'm always like I'm the type of person. I'm the opposite. I'm always early. No, I'm always early. Like I get anxiety if we have a podcast that starts at 5 and it's 4:55 and I haven't heard something from Mitch. I'm calling his phone. I'm hitting him on Discord. I'm like, bro, where are you?
This has happened so many times.
That's what I'm saying. And Mitch always starts the pod 10. Louis, you found some grace. I told Mitch, I was like, you got some shit going on with Ikigai tonight. Like, we got some shit to do. So be on time, bro. Because normally we're late, but today we're on time.
Hey.
Ikigai.
Let's go. I never can say it right, bro.
Let's go. Did you grab any? Floor's not gonna stay there forever.
I did.
Yeah, I know your holder. I know your holder.
Mine's fucking dope.
I'm not gonna lie. Lou. I minted and flipped and sold, but yeah, you know it is. That's cool. I need to get. I can get back in. You know what I mean.
The wrapping's coming. The play with the wrapping, little alpha. The wrapping is because it's a separate policy once you have it wrapped. So just buy it for the hood price and then wrap it and then sell it for the the
NFA.
Not financial advice. Not financial advice.
Easy money, but like not financial advice.
We're talking about catfishes on dates, bro. This is NFA. This is the NFA space. You know what I mean? Like, we're clearly not. We don't know what we're talking about. No, I think all of those were good. But Lou, going back, why did you say you don't do like red flags? Like, what do you mean by that? Like you said, I don't do red flags.
Oh, I just don't go in with like set parameters, especially when like meeting someone new.
Fair.
Someone could have a red flag and not even know that they're doing that. Like it's just like maybe it's like a nervous thing that they do when they're nervous, and then that thing isn't predominant in the relationship when they get to know you more or whatever it may be. So
balance
it's very hard for me, like, oh, like,
but I feel like it's important that they are doing their best to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
So if
I agree.
So if they're not, and they eat 2 peas and they're like, oh, I'm done. Or like say they don't even attempt to look decent, then that's another red flag. Where
okay, I'll give you an example.
Where like if you can't put your best foot forward now, then how is this gonna work?
I can give you an example. I like went out for lunch with this chick. She wanted to go for pho or whatever. So we go to like this restaurant. She's like, yeah, pho.
Pho is fire. Good.
Pho is fire. She wanted like all the special shits, like replace this with that and blah 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 blah. Ended up getting the pho. Takes like 2-3 sips, dog. And she was like, yeah, that's so good. I'm done. I'm like, yo, that was the first and last time we went out to eat.
That's crazy.
My last date was kind of similar to that, but we got tickets to a show that happened the next week.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a red flag on her end, where like he couldn't even like plan a show on time, and it's like damn,
so you were the red flag. You were red flagging.
Yeah.
That's fair. But I like Louis' stance though. Like you might see something that's not like a normal thing. So I feel like you got to give a little grace. But
give a little bit of grace. Red flag, like, and it's just like mind over matter, right? You go into a situation, you're like, what red flags can I point out? Or like afterwards you reassess the day. You're like, oh yeah, that was different, or yeah, this and that happened, and yeah, especially when meeting new people, I always like to go in pretty open.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that. I like that outlook. I think. Well, I mean, I'm married now, but I feel like anyone can take that away.
But if you ever need a mistress, now you know.
My chair creaked at the perfect time.
NFA.
Dude, I don't know what happened to my chair. This side note, bro, this bolt fell out of my chair, bro, and I don't know where it goes, and it's been like this for like 3 weeks now. Every time I lean, it feels like it's gonna fall apart. So, hey, if I hit the floor during the pod, bro, just clip that, because that's gonna be crazy.
Got an extra chair.
I sure do. You'll just need to move over here.
Hey, let's go. I'm not moving to Texas though, bro. That's
Only a couple states.
Yeah, that's beat. I'm not going that far, bro. They lost power for a week when it got cold, bro. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Dude, it's getting cold again. Shit's gonna burn. People are gonna die. People are gonna turn into ice cubes. It's gonna be sick.
Send me your seed phrase.
Yeah, don't forget to
remember me.
Down.
Yeah, exactly. I'll remember you. I won't liquidate all of your assets. Anyways, all right, so let's move on. Speaking of CNFTs and CNFTcon earlier, Lua, if you had to box one CNFT community member at CNFTcon for 10,000 ADA, who are you boxing? And the only parameter I'm putting around this is you can pick anyone, but like, don't pick like fairy godmother or something like that from the fairies.
Oh,
like
she's mine. She's mine. Oh, I'm taking her out. She's going down. She's mine.
That's my only parameter. You can pick. You can pick anyone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean,
I'll fight her.
And it's all love too, right? It's not like you're trying to fight someone you're mad at.
Yeah, it's all love. Yeah. I'd fight Lily. I think that'd be a fun fight.
Lily?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll pick
something tells
S-Dizzle. What? Me and S-Dizzle gonna throw hands?
Oh, S-Dizzle, bro. I feel like that'd be a good fight. Like I feel like he'd be down. I would, dude. Yeah, that's.
I'll love S-Dizzle. I'm not trying to throw hands with you.
Yeah, clip it. Let's go.
Is it MMA or is it straight?
Just
boxing?
straight boxing, like
wrestling?
feet on the ground. You're throwing hands, no knives. Whoa.
All right, I'm not trying to box Lily. Come on now.
That's because she beat your fucking ass. She'd fight dirty. She'd pull up with fucking brass knuckles under the.
Oh, I'm anticipating this like you're in a square with like gloves on. You know what I mean? Like it's like real boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, real boxing,
bro. If we could do that, like I'm gonna bring like a roll of tape to CNFTcon and like tape off a square on the floor and see if we can do that. Like that'd be kind of lit. I mean, I might get thrown out for like encouraging fighting, but whatever.
Hey.
And I'm just kidding. Have you seen them CNFTcon ticket prices? I'm not jeopardizing that. No sir. Them things is hundreds of doll hairs. Anyways.
Yeah, I thought it was cheaper last year. We're having $40.
I should have got mine. I should have got in. But anyways,
can you buy the pass?
You can, but I think
does the legacy pass count as a ticket?
I don't know.
It did.
It did last year, but I don't know about this year.
Still, because the floor price is like only 200 ADA.
Yeah, bro. I might have to cop that just anticipation, bro. Like I might buy it and just like I don't even care if it doesn't work, just in case. That might be the move, actually.
Like.
Dude, what if I flip like a rare alley cat and then just sweep the passes and resell? That'd be crazy.
And give me one for.
No, I'm standing outside of the venue with like Eternal on my phone.
Yeah, straight up with a QR code.
Yeah, dude.
Straight QR code.
You know, like when you go to like a sporting event, and there's people selling the tickets outside the door. That's what I'm doing, bro. Like, I'm reselling. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's just what it's got to be.
Get your legacy pass. I don't know. Did anyone have it last year? Like, how prominent was it?
I didn't go to con. Mitch did. I didn't go.
So a big portion of the bigger names I met with, they added them. I know a bunch of people that didn't go that did have them. So maybe it's like this is for the first year, and then maybe they might mint them again. But it's like I don't know shit.
I thought they were gonna use it as like a legacy, like you hold this. You get
that's what I thought too. I'll need to. I'm gonna ask. I'll DM like Adam Dean or something. He should know. I'll see if I can get the good. I'll see. I just say that like he's like my homie. Like I'm gonna just email Adam Dean.
Yeah.
I'll shoot him a text, bro. Yeah, let me see if I can figure this out.
I am met him at like CNFTcon, so like
I've also like dapped up like rap artists at a concert, but then I mean we're friends. So, anyways.
We're fucking buddies. Fuck you, man.
You both have long hair, bro. You both got the hair.
My thing is I have a niche that nobody else does, and that's the way I talk. So I make that my identity. So I meet them and say, "Oh, I'm Stutter Boy," and everybody fucking remembers me. Like I made a post like two or three weeks ago that was like, dude, I don't remember half the people I met at CNFTcon, but that's because most of them resembled each other in a way where they're like, oh, hey, this is my name. Then, oh, hey, this is my name. Oh, hey, this is my name. But you do that 200 times. It's like, how can you remember? You need something that makes you different. So get a stutter, and you are different.
NFA.
Lose a leg, you are different. Find something that makes you rememberable, and then maybe Adam Dean might even remember you.
See, hey, that's the way it goes. Mitch, who are you gonna box? Who are you gonna box at CNFT?
Big T, dude, I'm taking you fucking out.
You're gonna box me.
Like
that's crazy.
People see this podcast and they say, "Oh, they're so good buddies." No, I fucking hate him. I'm killing him with my butt boxing gloves. This is not gonna be fun because you either kill me or I kill you. And then whoever lives gets the Degen report.
You know who I would box, dude? I think I would box Jub from Hoppers because I think it would just be like really. I think he would like think it's really funny. You know what I mean? Like I think we would both just laugh the whole time because he's just like a funny dude. So I think that like, and I feel like we have a similar build and stature. So I feel like I don't actually know. I've never seen him in person, but from what I've seen on camera, we might have a similar build.
I love Jebba, but
what's the height? What height? Like, are we in the same like division?
Jeb's like 5'10" on a good day.
Okay, okay.
Jeb's
he can wear shoes, and I won't wear shoes, and we'll be good.
He can put on some platforms. And
Shut up, dude.
He'll fucking step all over.
I love Jub. Shout out to Jub, man. Shout out to the Hoppers. I hate frogs, but I have Hoppers. Let's go.
I'd fight Surge because I think he'd let me win because we're not in the same division and he's a trained fighter.
Yeah,
and
that is true, bro. Surge got like the gym, like his own gym and shit, bro. That might be crazy.
Yeah, I've been to his gym. It's legit.
He's probably like that dude that like from the outside you don't think is athletic, but he's like the sneaky one. You know what I mean? Like that's like crazy. Like he's whooping your ass, bro. That's what Surge gives me the vibes of. Like
he has those goddamn like dad muscles, where you look at him and you are like, oh, that dude likes food, and so do I. We get along, but then you meet him and he's completely muscles everywhere. Yeah,
Surge is a beast.
You don't fuck with Surge, and that's why I let him get away with saying I drank all of his beer.
I believe that you drank all of his beer. But yeah, shout out to Ugly Bros, man. If you don't got uglies, you're sleeping.
Exactly, man. Pump my bags.
For sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, literally, pump my bags. Legit. Let's go.
Non-financial advice, though.
Yeah, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a recommendation or suggestion for you to buy or even do any investment.
But
we're all gamblers. We all gamble.
But go buy a ugly bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next topic is also not Cardano related, but Lua. What's been the worst job you have ever had?
I've had pretty good jobs. Okay. It was an odd job. I only worked it literally for 2 days. Does that count?
Yeah.
It wasn't it must have been the worst job. I'm trying to even think back now. Okay, no, I'll save this one for afterwards. My worst job, I used to work at this used auto parts place.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a wrecker and had like a junkyard and shit, and I like worked the sales desk up front, and like people would come in and like want to order parts, or people would like use us as a supplier. We deliver them their parts and shit like that. It was just like the worst management. I remember it was so bad. I met a lot of good people, but the management was just so terrible. The system was so terrible, using like these scanners and tickets on all the items. It was just so bad. Must have definitely been the worst job. And then the one I was originally gonna say for a couple extra bucks, I remember one like Christmas break, I threw garbage for like waste management or something, like just grabbing garbage. I made a bag, but yeah, it was just like the worst because I don't like garbage.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Like that's like natural to not like garbage, because it's like we toss that shit out and we are like, oh, I hope I never see this shit ever.
But hey, one fight that people don't want to have. Fight that people don't want to have is how insane it is that you have to buy trash bags just to throw them away, and I fucking hate it. I hate it so bad. The amount of money I've spent in my entire life buying trash bags I throw away makes me so mad.
For the podcast, like Big T and I had talked, and like we were like bringing up the things we talk about every episode. I think this is.
Bro, that's like my soapbox. Like, buying trash bags is fucking dumb. They should be free.
But back to talking about the topic we were talking about. What is the worst job you've ever had, Big T?
When I was 16, I worked... Well, okay, let me think. Are we talking about, like, monetarily, or just, like, it was just annoying? I think
I gave like experience.
Okay, experience wise, I worked at a grocery store in college, and it was like there's three grocery stores like around my school and my university, and it was like the nicest one, right? There's like a Walmart and then a shitty grocery store and then like the nice grocery store. And I worked at that grocery store as a cashier. I made like $9 an hour. It was fucking horrible. And
making bank.
Dude, the people that go to a nicer grocery store, even like groceries are just annoying anyway. But like the people would come in there and complain about, like, to me as the cashier, like I'm the one that stocks the shelves, and that shit would make me like livid. They're like, man, you guys ran out of like condensed milk. Okay, dude. Like, what do you like? They're like, do you know when you're gonna get any back? No, dude. I clock in, and I stand behind this register, and I leave. Like, I don't know. I don't keep up with the truck schedule, shit like that. Like, I would just get so mad. And my managers were annoying. My managers, they all smoke cigarettes, and I figured out why, because every 10 minutes they would go, yeah, bro, they get more breaks. So I was like, bro, I also smoke cigarettes, and I didn't, but I'm like, I'm taking a break. You know what I mean? And I had the vape. I was like, I'm gonna go hit the vape outside. Like, this shit's nice. That was a pretty, but people, and then also customers come in and they'll be like, hey bro, do you know where the milk is? Where's the milk in every grocery store? It's always in the same spot. Like, why are you asking me that? Go find it. It's in the back. Yeah, bro. Like, what are you, like, they're over here in produce. Like, well, you know where the milk is? Yeah, bro, it's in the back. Like, that shit.
Dude, is a milk a fucking vegetable, bitch? No, it's not a fucking vegetable.
First time buying milk?
And people would be like, oh, you don't have the organic green onions, you just have the regular ones? Yeah, bro, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Going back to talking about like Big T, like he's going on smoke breaks and like working at a grocery store. I have worked at a grocery. I did the produce. I did the drive up and go.
Wait, what's the Texas grocery store? Was it HEB?
No, it was Tom Thumb.
Wait, you have a grocery store called Tom Thumb? Like a thumb, like on your finger?
Yep. But that job didn't lead me into smoking. The job that led me into smoking was working at fucking Amazon.
Bro, working at Amazon sounds like hell, bro. Like, they make you pee in a bottle and shit, bro. It's no. There's no way, dude. I'd be fighting.
Dude, I had a pee box, I had a poop box, and then like during every break, I'd be able to dump it out.
Dude.
No, you're exaggerating.
Yes, I am. But the
fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Terrible. No, guys, I'm being honest. Jeff made me poop in a box.
Dude, I mean.
What you do got to take your cell phone now and get patted down and
how weird is that, man? Dude, you are
I didn't know that.
Literally in a sweatshop. You are
Bro,
literally in
that's
a
crazy.
sweatshop, and there's so many managers there that nobody gives a shit about you. Like, you are legit just a fucking number to everybody there, which is terrible in any job out there. So, like, 2 years ago, I got into smoking cigarettes because I hated it that much, and then as soon as I left that job, I haven't smoked since.
Hey,
So-
let's go.
So thank God I'm not there. But
Hey, bro.
but if you are fucking at Amazon, get out of there, because if you don't, you'll never leave. There.
You'll smoke
And
cigarettes
you'll
if you work there.
70 hours the rest of your life smoking a cigarette every hour.
But the thing is, when you were smoking cigarettes, what kind of cigarettes did you smoke? That's the real question.
Dude, like you'd look at me and be like, "Oh, he's a Newport's kind of guy." Like,
Dude,
stop.
stop.
But no, dude, I go hard in the paint.
Marlboro Reds?
Like, yes,
Yes.
You've got to do it. Because if you smoke cigarettes, you can't be a fucking pussy about it. like I feel like people that do like Newports or anything fucking minty, just get gum. Just get fucking gum.
But he said just get gum.
You'll be fine. But you should smoke for the taste, not just the nicotine.
And this is
Because
NSA,
there's
not
better
smoking
ways to
advice.
get nicotine.
Yeah.
This is not smoking advice, but
Dude,
like,
listen,
I don't smoke. Big T doesn't smoke.
I gave up
don't
the- I
know
gave
if
up-
Lua does.
I gave up the vape after like, what, 6 years? 7 years? Something like that.
I'm on the vape.
The vape, dude, that was probably... I will say, though, that having vertigo really helped me give it up, because I had vertigo one time for like a week straight, and it was so bad that I couldn't hit my vape because I would get like the fucking spins, and then I could like kind of just pile on that and just quit it.
Yeah.
But that was probably like definitely like the hardest thing to give up, especially working from home, dude. Pff, stop. I'm hitting the vape.
It's so easy.
Yeah, I'm on the vape. Yeah, I smoked for like 10 years, and then I got like a new car, and I was like, yeah, I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore.
Good
in my new
shit,
car.
man.
Then I picked up
Good, man.
Hey,
Dude, vapes.
and then I traveled for work too, and yeah, not financial advice again, but the vape is just easier to hit in the bathroom, ghost it a little bit, get between these long flights.
that's
Dude.
true.
Dude, I am so glad I'm so bad at vaping.
What do you mean bad at it?
Like back in a university, and me and my buddies would like hit the vape, and every time I do it, I'd go like, then it turned into a coughing fit for like 15 minutes. So
You get
because
used
of
to it.
that, I've never been able to get into it, dude. I bought a vape when my ex-girlfriend and I broke up.
Buddy said, I'm depressed.
I
I'm
bought
hitting
a
the vape.
fucking vape.
Buddy said, I'm
because I
depressed.
was
I'm hitting the nick.
Depressed. Yeah. Yeah. And
Most people like start drinking or do drugs, and Mitch is like, I'm hitting the vape, dude.
keep in mind, I was in a college, so I drank. I smoked weed, but I needed a new vice, and like so I bought a vape thing, and I'm like, this shit sucks. So I like maybe bought like 2 more, and I'm like, well, why do people do this?
Wait, Lua, when
You
you...
bought like a Juul.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
Lua, when you started vaping,
Yeah.
did you have the Juul?
My first vape was no, it was, I can't even remember the name, but I remember it had it was like one of the, not RDAs, but something similar to that. It was like a battery
Yeah.
one. And then I got a smaller one that had that battery, and then I started moving on to like the Juuls.
Dude, the Juuls
stuff.
pressed me out of so much money. Like, that shit was
Yeah, for
expensive,
real.
and I just, like, dude, I was going through, like, what, a pack of pods, 4 pods was, like, $20, $22, something like that.
Yeah,
Dude, I was going
yeah,
through, like,
yeah.
a 4-pack of pods every, like, 5 or 6 days, and I was like, bro, this shit is, I'm
Yeah,
spending
exactly.
$100 on pods a month. I was like, this is fucking awful, dude. It was rough.
Dude, I'm kind of like thankful that
It's
I'm
expensive.
so money minded. Because if I wasn't, I'd be a
Mitch goes,
alcoholic.
Mitch
like
goes, I'm
every
money,
other
I'm
23
money minded,
I know.
and you see thousands of dollars worth of NFTs on the wall behind him. I'm
NFTs
very
right
money,
behind
I'm very
him.
money minded, so I'm buying $4,000
No,
NFTs.
y'all get what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Where it's like, I could buy a pack of beer a week, but
For sure.
I don't because I'm always like, oh shit, that's $30 a week. Goddamn, let me buy a pack a month. That's like $1 per beer for a solid month. It's like that's just a bit better to me.
NFA.
NFA, if you like to buy beer, buy it. I do it all the time. It's okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. We like White Claws. Anyways, hey, bro,
Lua,
let's go.
Lua, have you
Let's go, it's good.
ever had a White Claw?
Of course.
I've had White Claw. I had White Claw on Saturday.
White Claw is like the go-to daily drink for me if I'm drinking, like, just, after work, because it's like I can have a couple and not feel like I'm gonna fucking, like, it's not
Dude.
heavy.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
it gives me the worst farts. The
Jesus Christ.
worst farts, but the
Jesus.
best poops.
All right.
Best poops.
Worst part is best.
Yeah,
food.
yeah. Okay, NFA. No, but I will say that White Claws are like a really good, just like, day drinking kind of drink. But I will say that, like, if you're going for like a shotgun kind of drink just to get there quickly, I would not recommend shotgunning White Claws. It burns a lot. It's too much seltzer. You know what I mean? So I don't recommend that one.
Dumb.
No, we're only shotgunning actual
Yeah,
beers,
actual
but-
That's-
beers.
that-
Actual beers or
that's
Four
what-
Locos if you're getting down and crazy.
Damn, shotgunning for a loco sounds crazy.
My-
I think I've done it before.
I've never done that before either, but
My-
I've seen my buddy do that shit, and that shit looks like it hurt his soul. Like when he it looked like it hurt him as a personal human being. He looked like distraught.
Like you can shut a single Four Loco, but back during one of my fraternity formals, my buddy sipped a Four Loco, then he shotgunned a second Four Loco, and I'm like, this makes no sense. But let's kind of move off of that topic and let's talk about what are the worst type of internet influencers.
Okay, and let me
Pump and dumpers.
pump and dumpers, dude. That's true. I think
Pumper
to
dumpers.
broaden the horizon, I'm definitely gonna go with people that make YouTube shorts or TikTok videos about how you can start up this side hustle and be a millionaire because they're 23 and have a Lambo. I hate those people. I hate them so much.
Download my course.
Yeah, bro. Download my course.
my
It's
course.
$100 for a month on Discord, bro, and I'll teach you.
A
And
month?
I'll teach you how to drop ship. Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm not watching, bro. Those people are so cringy. So I watched this TikTok video of this dude who was he's a grown man, in his 30s, 35, 40. He was like, yeah, I have all this money, yada yada. He's like, I had this friend that was in med school to be a doctor, and he was taking his student loans because he had a lot of grants, but he would max out his student loans as well, and he would take that money and invest it into real estate, and then by the time he finished, he already had 10 rental properties. And I was like, bro, what you're describing is fraud. You cannot loan money from the government for school and spend it on housing or buying flipping houses. That's not what that is. You can't do that. Bro, people on the internet are just
you can, but you just can't get
people in the
caught
internet are just
the alley cats did.
people are bro, if you just
just
take
gotta
my
do
course,
better.
bro,
I'm
and-
still minting.
yeah, if you
I'm minting and I'm
I'm
bullish.
bullish too, but if that's the thing. Anything that's associated with the course, bro, I think you're a fraud. There's no shot, and I hate anyone that sells that shit. That's the worst influencer.
Can
That and
I
people that have Yeah, you can chime in, but that and people that have like Instagram pages for their cars and or trucks, I hate those people too.
Yeah. First, let me talk about my favorite, and that is the thirst trappers.
Yeah, I love the thirst traps.
My entire fucking feed is just thirst traps, and it
traps.
works every time.
The algo's got him, bro. The algorithm's got him bad.
Guys,
The algo
guys,
caught you.
It fucking knows I'm down bad, and it's like,
Yeah,
let's
bro.
use
The
it.
algo's
I'm
crazy.
simping.
He's liking them all.
But my worst. Keep in mind, I'm like beginning to do like more like socials with my Twitch and shit. But the fact I'll like get these, I guess they're not influencers though. So I'm not a big fan of people with like cars and shit, because it's a like, dude, your entire personality is your vehicle. That doesn't make much sense.
Shout out E.26. Go ahead, Mitch. But yeah, that's weird, dude. It's that and people with like really big trucks, bro. Like you drive like a diesel like a Ram 2500, bro, and you go to college. Like, dude, you don't need that for you're not pulling anything. Like
12 inch.
Yeah, dude. Like you need a step ladder to climb up in it. Get four. You're getting 4 to the gallon. Like, bro, that's not necessary.
But you also know that these people have issues going from paycheck to paycheck. But that's because they dump so much money into their car.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you flexing? Why are you flexing it?
While I have all of these behind me? But
that's true.
Like that's not my personality, because I don't drive a fucking goat car. that's like, damn. This bad boy costed me a fucking 400 Cardano. Let's fucking go. And no,
400.
That's 400. That is the way I imagine all these like fucking car influencers to talk. 400 Cardano, or $44,000.
Lewis, sorry if you like have like a cool car that you like. By the way, we're shitting on like car people.
Oh.
No, I do have cool cars, and I do like my car. I drive a Toyota Corolla. It's sick.
My man.
Okay, but do you have like? Yeah, I was about to say like what kind of Corolla you have? That's.
Yeah, I got the hatchback.
That's the key.
18-inch rims.
There you go.
Slightly lower.
There you go.
It's
that's the key.
It's a daily driver.
That's the key.
I used to drive Subaru.
Hey, that's what I have.
But I never had like. Of
I have
course,
an Impreza.
Oh, nice. I drove I had Imprezas, WRX before, but yeah, I just drive it's terrible on gas, man. The Corolla's nice, baby. I'm just chilling, man.
Dude.
Eco-friendly 6-speed manual transmission. I'm nice.
Oh, you drive a manual, bro? I can never drive a manual because I can't like pay attention. Like I'll be driving. I think everyone experiences this when they drive for a while. But like, have you ever drove from like one place to another and it takes you 30 minutes to get there, and you're like 20 minutes away there, and you're like, damn, I don't remember the last 20 minutes I've been driving. Like I couldn't even tell you what I've passed, bro. Like, how did I get here? Like that type shit. Like I can't even drive a manual because I can't pay attention. But I think it like works oppositely as well, because like my little cousin, when he was getting his license, he fell asleep while he was driving like an automatic car. So his parents got him a manual, so he like had to like do something the whole time so he wouldn't fall asleep. And they live in the city too, so it's like a lot of shifting back and forth. So I think like for that like that situation, but I couldn't like pay attention to do all of that.
Going back to talking about cars and shit, I've got a Toyota Camry. It's a 2015.
It's a dump.
with about 300,000 miles on it, and I fucking love that boy. But my recent fucking issue is that 7 months ago I went in to get all new brake pads and shit, and then my brakes have been like fucking up and shit. So I took it back in, and they're like, oh, that'll be another $750, and I'm like, fuck you. No, it won't.
You also drive for Uber though. Like you have to think. You put a lot of miles on that bad boy.
But
maybe you need calipers now. Maybe it's not the pads and rotors. Maybe it's the calipers now.
Yeah. And that's why you always have like a friend that like works on the cars in his garage because they can fix like like little shit like that.
My sister's fiance's younger brother that's my age. He is a auto mechanic, so I might have a free pass.
Yeah, and you should start simping for whitelist.
Yeah, bro, dude, I used to work for like 2 years. I worked at a car dealership, like detailing cars, like in college, and dude, Dad like saved my ass so many times. One time, I parked my car. I had like a '05 Camry or something like that. Shit was fucking mint. I loved it. Dude, I love the I love the Slamry. That thing was the shit. And I parked at work, like at the car dealership. We parked in like the back lot. I parked at the lot and parked like it was like I had to get there like 8 a.m. But I was probably like half asleep. I parked too far up on the curb and I was like I didn't even notice. You know what I mean? Because like fuck, I'm going inside to work. I'm probably late. I go to back.
Probably baked.
Yeah, dude. Yes, absolutely. I go to back up after. And, like, when I got off my shift, I would go to back up, and I ripped the front bumper of my car off in the car dealership parking lot, dude. Like, no bullshit. Like, off. And so I had to, like, it was, like, hanging off on one side, so I had to, like, limp it into the garage. And I, like, looked at one of the mechanics. I was like, hey, my boy, what are we going to do? And he, like, put it up on the lift and, like, he screwed some shit back in. He's like, all good. I was like, thanks, my man. So, that shit'll save your life, man. Especially if you rip your bumper off at work.
God damn, man.
For sure.
But hopefully I get that shit figured out because I'm a Uber with not very much money and Cardano's down. Fuck.
Yeah, bro. You can't even flip out of the bud right now. It's not even worth.
Dude, I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you diamond hand that bud.
Dude, he's diamond handing that Camry right now. That's the problem.
Dude, honestly, man, that shit keeps going down and down and down and I'm like
he's like it's gonna pump.
Not until my car fucking explodes will I get a new car. So just some fucking food for thought.
Yeah, facts. All right, Mitch, we got about one more topic left in us before we wrap it up.
No, I don't want to, man.
Hey, look.
Yeah, it's a blast. 5 more minutes.
Let's go. Let's go. This last topic is like low-key, like not the best one, but we'll end on it anyway. Because I write the topics and sometimes I just run out of shit to talk. I run out of shit to talk about. But Lua, if you to the room, both Mitch and Lua, would you trade places with your parents? Like at any point in your life, would you be like, bro, I'm switching sides and I'm not coming back? But see, like, so you would have more, depending on what your parents do, you might have more stability, but you'd also be older, bro. You'd be dead first, so it might be kind of crazy.
With my life, I kind of envy that I don't have somebody there for me throughout everything.
Damn, bro, that's deep, bro. Damn.
I do.
I'm here for you, big guy.
But
I'm here, man.
But you are.
I'll pump your bags.
Married. Big like you can't give me the things I need, right? Neither can you.
Let's go.
But with that, like I'm kind of envious of the love my parents have for each other. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, and they grind day after day, and then their happiness becomes each other. So, because of that, I'm not very envious of them, but I'm envious of the love they have.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I think that like if I were to trade anything, like I would trade and be like older or whatever, just so I could like have already taken advantage of like, you know, like a better housing market and this and that. But low-key, I don't think I would trade places with like anyone that's like significantly older than me, just because like, bro, I'm not trying to die first. So
30's the new 20, my boy.
That's true. Let's go. The White Claws, they give you life, so that's the way I see it.
Yeah, no, I'm not trading. I'm not trading. I'm not trading timelines. Yeah, life may have been different when my parents were my age, or am I switching with them right now at their immediate
Yeah.
age?
Like you would
Like
change
immediately
right
flip,
now.
I'm putting. Yeah, nah. I'm big chillin'.
Bing
I'm
chill.
big chillin'. I couldn't imagine not being early to the blockchain and shit. So, nah, I'm good. I'm sticking this one out.
Life is fucking good. Like we bitch, moan, and whine about everything, but we live in like such a good time. Like maybe the housing
Facts.
market sucks, but with technology and all these new up and coming enterprises, we have a way to get out of that. Which I'm sure they did back then. But back then, you couldn't go live on Twitch or be in a fucking Twitter space for fucking 12 hours every day.
True.
Like we've got good shit going on. Where I feel like becoming a old ass boomer. Like I'd have maybe a tiny bit of that. But not nearly enough to be as happy as I am now.
Facts. Well, we're all in agreement there. We're living our lives. We're paying $6 for eggs. Fuck them. We ball. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. I'm balling.
I'm eating Captain Crunch,
balling.
bro. Can't afford the eggs, but
Dude,
For real. You see the prices on that?
it is
Damn,
crazy, bro. If you want
son.
the,
$10
bro,
for cereal?
yeah, that's crazy, bro. I'm eating rice, bro. I'm about to. That's my staple now, bro. For
For
breakfast,
real.
lunch, dinner,
You-
rice and beans.
Rice and chicken. I'm on it. Rice and chicken. Even chicken's expensive.
Yeah, but you got to get the
Bulking
Walmart kind. The what's you have like the non-GMO and then the hella GMO. That's the Walmart brand, bro. Bro, I'm buying chicken that's hella GMO. That shit's like humongous, bro. You know they were just eating antibiotics the whole time.
For real.
Anyways, all right, Mitch, you want to wrap us up and take us home?
yeah, that was fucking amazing. Lua, where can we find you, man?
Yeah. So I'm on Twitter at LUA'Tzzz, LUA'Tzzz. You can tap in on Discord as well. LUUUAAA #1416.
Let's go.
And
I'm doxxed and shit. You can probably find me on Instagram if you wanted
Let's
to.
go.
and for those people that didn't get that crazy spelling, we will drop it down below the video in the description.
That's right. Let's
Yeah,
go.
You can hit me up. I'm out here. Let's go.
Awesome,
And would you also like to say anything about Ikigai before we go, man?
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to the book of Ikigai. Like I had mentioned, multi-chain manga NFT art project. We've got app in the works right now in collaboration with some of our IRL collectible
Good
merch,
shit, man.
which has already been orders have already been taken place for that and will be sent out shortly. Wrapping is coming out. We're doing all art evolution, where you'll be able to wrap your NFT and get a dabble in the evolved art, which
Nice.
we're rolling out. And then we have the 2023 updated roadmap will be coming soon as well.
Nice.
We do have a little alpha. We have a sneak peek that just went live. If you want to check that out, and we have something big in terms of events coming in the next couple of days as well. So tap in.
Let's go.
That is awesome, and we will also be putting their Discord and Twitter down below, so you'll be able
Absolutely.
to see that.
Perfect.
And anyways, Tyler, any final words?
No. Shout out you, Lua. Thanks for popping in. I know I kind of asked you a little bit more last minute, so thanks for popping by, hopping on the pod. Appreciate you as always. And yeah, another good one in the books.
Yep, and
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me. Of course, it's always a blast. I'm down to pull up anytime.
Exactly.
man, and it's good to be back after our first hiatus ever.
Exactly. Awesome.
I'm glad I could started off on the right
Perfect,
note
man.
here after your little bye week.
Yeah, the bye week.
Hey, sometimes even the biggest grinders on Cardano need a break.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge advocate for mental health. Sometimes the space can get you down. You just feel so plugged in, waking up in the middle of the night to check Discord, see if anyone's trying to hack or bot your community or spread FUD or, like hopping into a Twitter space. Like I'm always in the spaces. So yeah, sometimes it's good to unplug, touch grass, all that good stuff. I'm a huge advocate for that. So yeah, I support anyone that just taking time for themselves.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Sounds good, man. But let's kind of end it there. Make sure you guys go follow Lua on every social media, dude, even Insta. Go follow him over there. Show some love. We are very, very appreciate having you on, and we will see you next time on the Degen Report.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.